It's giving summer vacation. I feel like I've been kissed by the sun. Hello everybody, my name is Togo. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and supporting my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, today we're doing this glowy summer sun-kissed look. Yes, we are doing this sun-kissed look in the middle of winter because no one wants to look ashy. Even though we're in the middle of winter, we still want to feel glowy. We still want to look like we've been kissed by the sun. Yes, so this is the look that we are going for today. So before we start, don't forget to click that subscribe button and that post notification bell so that you know each time I post a new video. Don't mind my voice, I'm recovering from a very nasty flu, but hey, it's not gonna keep me down. Alright, before I show you how I achieve this makeup look, if you're wondering about my jewelry, I got myself another pair from GRWM brand. If you don't know about GRWM brand, just click the link in the description box, then it's going to take you straight to the shop. Then you can shop whatever pieces that you like. And because I'm your girl and I wanted to shine, I wanted to sparkle, so I'm hooking up with the discount code. If you are interested, if you want to get yourself some of these beautiful jewelry pieces, you can just click the link on the description box and then you can use my discount code STOGOK, and then you're gonna get 50% off on your purchase. Yes, because I want to see you win, girl. Get yourself some of these beautiful jewelry pieces. You can get earrings, you can get necklaces, rings, bracelets, whatever you want, baby, whatever you want. Happy shopping. Now let's just jump right onto this look because baby, need I say more? I still have an oily skin even though we are in the middle of winter, so it just goes to show how oily I am. So even though I want to glow, I still don't want to be greasy and oily. So I'm gonna be using different primers in different parts of my face. In the middle of my face, where I normally get the most oily, I'm still going to use this primer. It's a mattifying primer base from Rimmel London. It really helps me to control my oil. I'm using this color foundation brush. Alright, for the outer part of my face, mostly the highest point of my face, I'm going to use this illuminating priming moisturizer from Woolworths Beauty. It's supposed to give you this illuminating glow. I'm going to use this primer on the areas that you want to glow. So I want this to shine through underneath the foundation. Let me just get this foundation brush that I used to put the other primer just to blend it better. I don't know if you can see what this does. It leaves this beautiful glow on the skin. Alright, now we're going to go over to foundation, and for foundation I'm going to use this foundation from Woolworths Beauty. It's a long wear max cover foundation. It's got SPF 20, which is good. We always want sun protection. I'm going to use this foundation because it's not a matte foundation. If you've noticed, I normally, well, all the time I use matte foundations because I have oily skin, but this one is not a matte foundation, so it's said to be medium to full coverage. I'm going to use this foundation brush from Eco Tools just to spread it on my face. Okay, to blend, I'm going to use this blending brush, and as always, I always like to put a little bit of moisture on my blending brush, so I'm going to use a setting spray to do that. Now I'm just going to blend this foundation all over my face. As you can see, this foundation does not dry down into a matte consistency, but then again it doesn't feel oily or greasy on the skin. That's why I like it, even though I have oily skin. I think I'm happy with the blending. I'm now going to go on to do my brows, and for my brows I'm going to use this Essence eyebrow gel. This one is in the shade dark brown. I'm using this color brush. It's got a spoolie on one side and then the angle brush on the other side. A little does go a long way, so you really don't need a lot. I'm not doing a lot to my brows, I'm just filling them a little bit. I'm not changing the shape or the size or anything like that. Right, I don't think I need to do anything else on my brows. I think they're fine. Now I'm going to just shape them a little bit more with a concealer, just so that you can get a little bit more of a definition. I'm going to use this MAC concealer in the shade NC45. I'm using as much or as many cream products as I'm able to in this look, because if you want a glowy makeup look, cream products, they tend to achieve that. I'm using this blending brush now from Eco Tools just to blend this out. Okay, I'm not going to bring the concealer to my eyelids. I'm going to use a different type of concealer there because my lids do get oily. Now I'm going to take the foundation brush and just blend this area out so that we don't have this harsh line that is caused by this concealer. Alright, now we need to highlight under the eyes, and for that I'm going to use this Maybelline Fit Me concealer. It's in the shade 40, so that's the concealer that I'm going to use to highlight under my eyes. Okay, I'm gonna blend this out now. I'm going to take the foundation brush and blend out the edges. I didn't put any more foundation, I just took the foundation brush that I used before just to blend out the concealer and make sure that there are no harsh lines. I'm gonna take a damp beauty sponge to blend out this concealer a little bit more, just so that I can get the finish that I want and absorb any excess product. Now to set the concealer, I'm going to use this Revlon Youthful's Already Candid Anti-Pollution Setting Powder. I'm going to use the same sponge to set. I'm going to tap out the excess powder because I don't want a pile of powder. I just want a smooth layer of powder just to set the concealer. I'm also going to set my nose because I put concealer as well on the bridge of my nose. Also setting the areas where I put concealer using the same powder. Okay, before I set the rest of my face, I'm going to first contour using this stick foundation from Black Opal in the shade Beautiful Bronze. So this is a cream foundation. I don't really get oily on the outer part of my face. I only get oily at the center of my face. So I can get away with a cream foundation on the outer part of my face. I could have just used a powder product to contour my face, but because I'm looking for a glow, so that's why I'm using this cream product first. I'm still going to set it with a powder product because you always have to set your cream products. I always like to take my bronzer to my ear as well. It just looks more natural. Again, I'm gonna take the foundation brush just to blend it in with the other products, just to make sure that there are not any harsh lines that you can see between the different products. That's why I always go back to the foundation brush. Alright, I'm going to set my cream contour. For that, I'm going to use again this pressed powder from Woolworths Beauty. It's in the shade Mocha. I want to look sun-kissed and bronzed. You know, when you bake in buns, my mom used to bake sugar soft buns when I was growing up, and the color that they get when they are almost done, that's what I want to achieve. I want to look like a baked bun. Now I want to set the rest of my face. Remember, I only set my concealer as well as my contour. I'm gonna use this pressed powder from Woolworths Beauty in the shade medium. I'm gonna use this color brush. Now I want to do an eyeshadow look. I'm going to use the same concealer that I used under my eyes here on my eyelids, which is this Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 40. And then I'm going to blend it out. I prefer to use a liquid concealer on my eyelids just because it dries faster than the cream concealer, and my eyelids do get oily as well, so a cream concealer is a no-no for me on my eyelids. Okay, I'm gonna set this concealer with the same powder that I used to set the rest of my face, which is this Woolworths Beauty powder in the shade medium. So when I'm thinking glowy, sun-kissed, I'm thinking about your browns, your oranges, you know, colors like that. So that's what I want to go for on my eye. So I'm going to use this palette from Makeup Revolution. It's a Forever Dynamic Dynasty palette. I think it's going to give me those colors that I'm looking for. I'm going to use this shade as a transition shade. And you want to place your transition shade on your crease area. Your crease area is the area in between your brow bone and your eyelid. I'm also taking it to the inner corner of my eyelid. I'm buffing it out because I don't want a harsh line. I'm using circular motions just to get that smooth transition that I'm looking for. You want to take your time when you are blending your eyeshadow, and you want to layer it. You don't want to just put one big blob of eyeshadow. You want it to be layered. So until you get the color payoff that you want from a shadow, you must just keep going back instead of just putting one big blob of color. It's not going to look the way you want it to look. I'm buffing it out. I like to take my eyeshadow to the outer part of my brow. Now I'm going to take a brown shadow. I'm going to take this shadow now, this brown shadow. I just want a tiny bit of it on the outer part of my eye. Now I just want a little bit of shimmer, because when I think glowy, sun-kissed, I mean, you have to have a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to go back to the same palette, and then I'm going to use this shadow right here at the end. I'm using a flat concealer brush. I'm going to go back to the brush that I used to blend in the transition shade, just to blend this color. I'm going to go back to that brown shadow, and I'm going to use it to blend in this shimmer shadow. I'm going to do a little bit of a nose contour. I'm going back to this powder that I used to contour my forehead and the rest of my face. This Woolworths Beauty powder in the shade Mocha. So I just want to bring a little bit more dimension, and I like to take my nose contour to the head of my brow. I just think it looks better, it looks more cohesive. Okay, I'm going to stick on my lashes and then put on a little bit of eyeliner. Then we're gonna come back to tie this whole look together. Alright, lashes are on. For eyeliner, I use this liquid eyeliner, which is waterproof, from Essence. This is the eyeliner that I used on my upper lash line, and then on my lower lash line I used this Essence long lasting eye pencil in the shade Hot Chocolate. The one that I used on my upper lash line is black, and on my lower lash line I used a brown eyeliner because I wanted a more softer look. I didn't want a harsh black liner on my lower lash line. So now I'm just going to put on some blush, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of highlight, then we'll be done. So I'm just going to put on some orange blush, because again, when I think sun-kissed, when I think glowy, I just think of, you know, orange and the sun. It just works. I like to take my blush all around just for a more cohesive look. Right now I'm just using my setting powder to blend the blush. I'm gonna go back to the blush brush again. I'm not putting on any more product. I just feel like I need to I need to see the blush on my face. So that's the only reason I'm going back. I just need to see more blush on my face. I have a problem like that. So I have a blush problem, and I like to take a little bit of the blush onto my nose just for a more cohesive look. I like to see the blush on my face. So for that little bit of an extra glow, I'm going to use a little bit of highlights on the higher point of my face as well as on my nose. For that, I'm going to use this Glow With It Extra Dimension Skin Finish from MAC Cosmetics. I'm going to put a little bit of that on this oval shaped brush, and then I'm just going to lightly tap the highest point of my cheeks. I'm just going to place it where the sun would naturally shine. If there was sunlight, it would shine on the highest point of my face. Jesus Christ, look at that. Do you see that glow? Again, I have a problem with the highlighter. That's why I don't normally use highlighter because I can't just put enough. I have to put too much. It has to be too much. I just can't stop. Oh my god. Oh gosh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, how can I stop now? I can't stop. I want more. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And then a little bit on my nose. Also a little bit here. I feel like the sun would also shine here. Okay, now I'm going to set my face. For that I'm using this makeup setting spray from Woolworths Beauty. This is not a matte finish setting spray. Remember, I'm looking for that glowy finish. I'm not looking for a matte finish. So this setting spray is going to give me that. Alright, now let's get to the lips. I'm going to first line my lips with this dark brown liner. You know I love a dark lip liner. And then I'm going to fill with this Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade Chestnut. And then for lipstick, I'm gonna go with this lipstick from maccosmetics in the shade Bed and Bear. And then for gloss, I'm gonna go with this lip gloss from Makeup Revolution in the shade Starlight, because we want that glow. Ooh, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. Look at this. It's so pretty. Okay, this is the final look. I'm in love. I'm in love with this look. Oh my god. I feel like I'm just somewhere in the sun, baking in the sun. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for summer. Anyway, this is the look that I was going for. So tell me, what do you think? Do you like this look? Do you like this glowy summer look? I feel like I've been kissed by the sun. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love. Anyway, this brings us to the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed hanging out with you so much. Thanks once again for watching all the way through to the end, and until the next time, toodles.